So, if you are curious about psychic readings, stick around because we're going to talk about it, especially if you're interested in getting one with me. Just reach out and we can set up an appointment or you can ask questions, whatever it is that you need before you take that leap, because I know that it's vulnerable being on that side. I recently got a couple readings myself, and not only does that help me to get clearer for my clients and for myself, but also it does remind me how vulnerable it can be on the other side, which is something I don't try to take for granted at all. I try to always remember that. Um, but I think when we're looking at psychic readings and what it is that you need, I think that's the main thing, to isolate what you feel that you need. And if you think that it's more like guidance that you're looking for, intuitive guidance, I can do that. Or there's also the coaching aspect. Now, when I'm doing just plain psychic stuff, I don't like to have any information. I like to just take the information and deliver it as it is. I don't like to infringe on people's privacy either. So I only get the surface layer, and whatever comes up, you're going to know what that means. Um, and so that, I think, is the main thing, is that we feel so vulnerable coming to somebody and opening up in that way. But I don't take that for granted. I try to make people feel comfortable. And my goal is that once you leave a session, that you're going to feel clearer, like, okay, I got this. Um, and, that applies to the life coaching as well, because if you want a more like a coaching session, that is something that can be discussed up front as well, because in those situations, I don't mind having more information so that we can work through different things. And that's more like, checking in, accountability for, if you set a goal. And so if you want to work like long term with that, or even over the course of like a month or two or three or whatever you think you need, we can set up like a game plan. The hope is that if you did a month-long course with me or session with me, that we would be able to kind of like develop a plan. And then once you get to a certain point where you might just need sporadic check-ins. And it just depends on your needs, really. And if you're more interested in the psychic aspect, or if you're more interested in the life coaching aspect. And, at some point they blend. It's kind of one and the same. But, just let me know if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer. I hope y'all have a great